What's good, guys? We got the last minute full card predictions for UFC Abu Dhabi, Whittaker versus Reiner de Ridder. We're gonna go over each and every fight, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. But you guys know we started this last time where we go over the props that I like. You guys suggested this. Any other suggestions, I'll gladly take. Any constructive criticism, I'll gladly take it. I'm going to give you guys my best props at the end of each fight. I'm going to try to give you guys a quick rundown. We already broke it down. You want a more in-depth video, go to the full card prediction video, the first one. This is the last minute full card predictions where we go over the bets. Martin Buday, let's start it off. Everybody made weight. Of course, I love it. Here we go. Martin Buday plus 245. Marcus Buchecha up minus 300. We know that this is a brand new fight. Welcome to the UFC, Marcus. Martin Buday is the underdog here at 33 years old. He is 4-1 out of his last 5. His most recent loss being to Shamil Gaziev by KO elbow punches. We know Marcus is making his debut. Marcus is a Brazilian at 6'3", has an 80-inch reach. His most recent loss is at one champion. He lost to Umar Kane by decision. Marcus has 4 subs in round 1, 1 KO. He has a 100% finish rate. So he has 4 subs and 1 KO, 1 win by KO. Let's go over the props. Marcus by points is plus 430. Marcus by sub plus 100. Over 1.5 minus 124. Under 1.5 minus 102. Marcus by KO or sub minus 160. Marcus by submission on points minus 210. And will this fight go the distance? No, minus 280. So out of those props, I like Marcus by sub plus 100. The over 1.5 at a minus 124. Marcus by submission on points minus 210. Marcus by KO or sub minus 160. And this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 280. I love it. Let's go. Next fight. 9:15. We got Stephen Nguyen. Nope, not Nguyen. Stephen Nguyen. It's pronounced Win. Mohammad Yahya versus Stephen Nguyen. Plus 280 for Mohammad Yahya. Stephen Nguyen minus 350. Yahya is 31 years old, 12-5. Many believe Yahya should be cut from the UFC. He's 3-2 out of his last 5. Yahya has his hands low, very slow striking, low volume as well. Oh, he has an okay chin. 0-2 in the UFC, losing to Trevor Peek and Kyle Fernandez. We know Kyle just beat Guram Kutsaladze. One thing I will say is, Nguyen, on the other hand, is 9-2 overall. He is 3-2 out of his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Jarno Evans. Steven has 4 wins by KO, 3 subs in the first, and 2 wins by decision. Steven lost his UFC debut, but I think Nguyen should get the win here to get the job done. This is the props that I like. Let's go over all of them that I wrote down. Win by KO plus 220. Win by points plus 220. Will this fight go the distance? No, minus 160. Over 2.5, under 2.5. Over 2.5, minus 108. Under 2.5, minus 118. Win by KO or sub, minus 110. Win by KO on points, minus 160. So I like win by KO plus 220. I like that this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 160. Win by KO or on points. And the under 2.5 at a minus 118. So win by KO plus 220. This fight doesn't go the distance, minus 160. Under 2.5, minus 118. And win by KO or on points at a minus 160. I love it. Let's go win for the dub. Let's go, my guy. Let's go. I will say, guys, I'm trying to go a little bit faster, trying to give you guys the best amount of information, and just trying to give you guys my best bets. Minus 265 for Ibo Aslan, Billy Elekana plus 210. Ibo got fraud checked his last time out. He couldn't get up if his life depended on it. We know this already. He is 14-2. Doesn't want to wrestle, but he can mix it up if needed. Matched up against Billy Elekana. Billy Elekana is a perfect matchup to test Ibo. Billy Elekana on his last time out fought Bogdan Guskov in a fight where it was short notice, and he looked good early, and then he lost that fight by submission due to Guskov just being able to just weather the storm. Billy gave it his all his last time out. No shame in losing. I will say Billy is a beast. If he can perform and weather the storm, he can win this fight with the takedowns, wrestling, with the control. But I'm going to go Ibo Aslan by KO. Let's go over the props. Ibo by KO minus 145. Billy by points or decision plus 550. I figured we saw Ian Cutelaba take down Billy. We saw Ian Cutelaba take down Ibo. Billy can easily get the takedown if he can find a path to victory and control and win by decision plus 550. Hail Mary, though. Will this fight go the distance? No, at a minus 370. Ibo by KO on points, minus 240. I like Ibo by KO on points, minus 240. Ibo by KO, minus 145. And that this fight doesn't go the distance at a minus 370. Let's go, my guy. Ibo for the dub. Let's go. Now, this was crazy, guys. This is... Giyat. Giyat. I know what you guys are saying. We gotta focus. We gotta focus. We gotta... Giyat. We gotta focus, but... Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Wake up early, put your alarm early, because this is gonna be a banger fight. A banger fight. Giyat. But I will say, Ricci looks small. She looks small. Very small. Alright, minus 194 for Amanda Ribas. Tabatha Ricci plus 156. This is a pretty good scrap. In fact, it's a pretty fight. You know, two pretty ladies going at it. Gyat. How many times are I going to say gyat, gyat, gyat? Amanda Ribas is in a tough scrap here. But I will say at 115 pounds, she belongs here. She should have been here her entire career. She has a positive striking differential. I think Ribas should have stayed at 115. Ribas has decent takedown defense. Ribas is coming off of a submission loss to Mackenzie Dern. Ribas is 31 years old. A bit chinny. But look at how much... Like, she looks ready, and she's so much taller than Ricci, which is going to play a massive factor in the striking department. Leg kicks are going to be a factor as well. And 2 and 3 out of the last 5. Amanda Ribas' most 2 recent wins are over Luana Pinheiro and Vivian Araujo. Matched up against Tabatha Ricci. Ricci's only 30 years old, coming off a loss to Yan Shannan. Prior to that, she beat both Tisha Torres and Angela Hill, but she did lose a split to Lupita Godinez. Prior to her 2 wins, Ricci's very athletic, very explosive, very good front-forward pressure. Ricci is 11 and 3 overall. Let's go over the props. Ricci by points. Ribas by points, plus 100. Ricci by points, plus 220. I figured one of them is going to win by decision, more than likely. We know this is the fight game. Anything can happen. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a minus 370. I think it's a good parlay piece if you don't know who to pick. You know, you just want to get another, you know, a little bit more juice on your parlay. Yes, that this fight goes the distance. Over 2.5, minus 460. I think it hits. Ribas by submission on points, minus 180. If you're on Team Ribas by submission on points, minus 180, you get a little bit more value. In this case, I'm on Ricci. I like Ricci by KO on points, plus 180. So, give me Ricci money line. I'm going to go Ricci money line at a plus 156. Give me the over 2.5, minus 460. This fight goes the distance, minus 370. I'll take Ricci by points, plus 220. And Ricci by KO on points, double chance, plus 180 for a little bit more value. Let's go, my girl Ricci, for the dub. Let's go. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for her performance tomorrow. I can't wait to see her in her fight kit. It's going to look good. You know, we've seen these purple fight kits with these new UFC fight kits. They've been looking good. All right, we're just going to skip this. If you guys have any underground issues, hit up this guy. Blackshear versus Davey Grant, minus 325 for Damon Blackshear. Davey Grant, plus 250. This is a good fight. Damon Blackshear's on a tear. He's on a 3-fight win streak, beating Cody Stamen by rear naked. Cody Gibson, who gave it his all in that fight. And most recently, a decision win over Alatangi. Damon is 17 and 7 and 1 overall. 3 and 2 out of his last 5. 5 and 3 in the UFC. His only losses in the UFC are to Montel Jackson, Mario Batista, and Farid Basharat. Blackshear is very athletic. His bread and butter is in the grappling, matched up against Davey Grant. Davey Grant was supposed to fight Willie Cat Santos a long time ago. That fight fell through. I will say, Grant is very well-rounded. At 39 years old, he doesn't look anywhere near his age when he's in that cage. And I will say, I like these new UFC bracelets. I would like to get one. I'm just now noticing it. The bracelets look sick. Grant is very technical in his own way, and he loves to thrive in the chaos. I remember when Grant fought Rafael Assunção, and he submitted him with an inverted triangle. The pick is going to be Blackshear. I like him by submission on points. Let's go over the props. Blackshear by sub, plus 220. Blackshear by decision, plus 185. Davey Grant by decision, plus 450. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a minus 106. No, at a minus 122. Blackshear by submission on points, minus 185. So, guys, in this case, I'm going to take Blackshear money line, minus 325. Blackshear by sub or points, minus 185. I'll take that this fight goes the distance at a minus 106. And give me Blackshear by decision, plus 185, just for the Hail Mary. Let's go. Blackshear for the dub. Let's go. But we know Blackshear sometimes doesn't want to shoot. Sometimes he takes forever to shoot. You got to go, Blackshear. Now, this is going to be another banger. Carlos Leal versus Muslim Salikhov. I think this is a great way to get us intrigued. My bad, guys. My bad. Let's go. Muslim Salikhov plus 360. Carlos Leal minus 500. Carlos Leal has fought in Abu Dhabi before. He fought and lost a close fight in Renat against Renat Fakhretdinov in Abu Dhabi. Since then, Carlos Leal has KO'd Alex Moreno brutally in the first round 4 months ago. Overall, Leal is only 31 years old. Pimples all over his back and chest like he's a freak Kamaru Usman. This guy, he has pimples everywhere. This guy's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You can see it. But Leal is 3-2 out of his last 5. Looking to make it 2 wins in a row with a win over Salikhov. Matched up against Master Shifu, the Kung Fu King, the King of Kung Fu, Muslim Salikhov. He has very good teeps, very good kicks overall. You better watch out for that spinning wheel kick, my guy Carlos Leal. At 41 years old, he's a true veteran, and he's looking to test Carlos Leal and give it all he's got. Let's go over the props. Carlos by KO minus 130. Carlos by points plus 320. Salikhov by points plus 850. I figured if Salikhov's going to win this fight, it's by decision more than likely, or maybe by KO. But even Salikhov could definitely cruise to a decision at a plus 850. A little bit of a Hail Mary. You don't have to take it. Will this fight go the distance? No, at a minus 280. Over 1.5, minus 144. Under 1.5, plus 144. Carlos by KO on points, minus 350. So, guys, give me Carlos by KO on points, minus 350. I'll take Carlos by KO, minus 130. I'll take that this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 280. And give me the over 1.5 at a minus 144. Let's go, my guy Carlos Leal for the dub. Let's go. But I will say, yeah, it's going to be a banger scrap, man. This guy, Muslim Salikhov, is good. Now, this is another banger as well. This is what I love about Bryce Mitchell. He can get you hyped up for a fight just by a stare-off. Look at this. Let me get the right timestamp. 5:58. Let's go. Look at this. Look at this. The King of Arkansas, baby. Bryce Mitchell, minus 142 versus Nurmagomedov, plus 116. We're going to enemy territory. USA. USA is going to be a crazy fight. Bryce Mitchell is back, making his 135-pound debut. Bryce just got choked out unconscious 3 months ago. All of Bryce Mitchell's losses come by finish. He got knocked out by Josh Emmett, submitted on The Ultimate Fighter by Brad Katona in the exhibition bout, got subbed against Ilia Topuria, and got subbed against Gene Silva. I don't know about this. It's going to get sketchy. It's going to get dicey. It's going to get ugly, but that's why we love the fight game. Bryce is only 30 years old. Notable performances for Bryce Mitchell: Edson Barbosa, Dan Ige, and Kron Gracie. He is very good at controlling. He took down Topuria. Everybody's going to say this. Lands less than 3 strikes per minute. Shoots right off the rip. He works for subs, but always values control. His loss to Gene Silva could be the reason why he's at 135. At 18-4, Saeed Nurmagomedov has had a bit of cardio issues. He's very good in the fundamental striking department. Has very good kicks, question mark kicks as well. He is 7-3 in the UFC. 3-2 out of his last 5. Only 2 most recent losses are to Jonathan Martinez and Vinicius Oliveira. We just saw Oliveira destroy Kyler Phillips. Let's go over the props. Sorry, guys. I accidentally clicked my jaw. Mitchell by points plus 160. Saeed by sub plus 400. Saeed by points plus 430. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at a minus 122. No, at a minus 104. Over 2.5, minus 152. Bryce by KO on points, plus 130. Bryce by sub points, minus 125. Saeed by submission on points, plus 165. Saeed by Bryce by sub points, minus 125. Guys, so give me Bryce Mitchell. I am on Bryce Mitchell. Give me him at a minus 142 money line. I'll take the over 2.5 at a minus 152. I'll take that this fight goes the distance, minus 122. I'll take Mitchell by points, plus 160. And just for the hell of it, give me Bryce by sub points at a minus 125. But if you want to sprinkle, Saeed by submission is plus 400. This guy has the most wins by guillotine in the bantamweight division. So, guys, give me Bryce Mitchell for the dub. But I will say he's going to have to work for it. Let's go Bryce Mitchell for the dub. 17-19, 17-19. Let's go. Bogdan Guskov versus Nikita Krylov. This is going to be a banger scrap. Krylov minus 188. Bogdan Guskov plus 152. Krylov has been fighting the who's who for a while. At 30 wins, 10 losses. He's only 33 years old. He's only won 2 fights that went to decision. So more than likely he's a finish or be finished guy. He's 11-8 in the UFC. He's been fighting in the UFC since 2014. 14 subs in the first round, 2 subs in the second, and 12 wins by KO. Krylov has decent takedowns. Krylov is well-rounded, good striking. One thing for sure, I don't think this fight's going to go the distance. Bogdan Guskov did face adversity his last time out against Billy Elekana. Bogdan was struggling with a guy making his UFC debut, but Billy's very good. Krylov can wrestle here and has a path to victory, but I think Bogdan is going to be the play for me. I'm just going to go low confidence because we know Krylov is an absolute demon. I just feel like Krylov looks a little bit older and he's coming off of that loss to Dominic Reyes. But Krylov is always on point. Krylov by sub plus 220. Krylov by KO plus 270. If Krylov's going to win, more than likely it's inside the distance. Maybe you could take Krylov by KO or sub at a minus 135. Guskov by KO plus 270. I like that. It's worth a sprinkle. Will this fight go the distance? No at a minus 700. Decent parlay piece. Over 1.5 plus 122. Under 1.5 minus 156. Give me Guskov by KO plus 270. I'll take the under 1.5 minus 156. Give me that this fight doesn't go the distance minus 700. And give me Guskov by KO or submission plus 185. Let's go Guskov for the dub. But you're going to have to work for him. I got it. Let's go. 1838. Let's go. This is going to be a banger. I just say, guys, my bad. Almabayev versus Jose Ochoa. Asu minus 120. Jose Ochoa minus 102. This is short notice for Jose. We know Ramazan was supposed to be here, but yada yada yada, we already know he's not here. Almabayev suffered his first loss in the UFC. Asu's only 31 years old. Only coming off of that loss to Manel Cap. He is 4-1 out of his last 5. Looking to bounce back into the win column. I don't like how Manel Cap kept on swiping at the eye, poking at Almabayev's eye all day, but we're not talking about Manel Cap here. We're talking about Jose Ochoa. Maybe, okay, Almabayev can be flashy at times, but his grappling is his bread and butter. He doesn't hunt subs, but he can definitely capitalize off an opening. Asu was getting pieced up against Cap. We have to admit that. But Jose Ochoa is going to be here. Jose is not Manel Cap. It's going to be a different fight, but there is paths to success for Jose Ochoa. Jose lost his UFC debut to Loner Kavanagh by decision. But recently, 1 month and 5 days ago, he knocked out Cody Durden brutally. We saw Jose have great takedown defense, and he's working on sharpening all his tools, and he's going to utilize all 8 of his limbs. Let's go over the props. Asu by points, plus 160. I like it. I'm picking Asu to win by decision. If you're going to go Jose, you can take his money line, but if you think Jose can get the KO, plus 350. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a minus 158. No at a plus 124. I think this fight goes the distance. Over 2.5 minus 190. I like it. I love the over 2.5. I think it's a good parlay piece, and I think it's going to come in clutch tomorrow. Asu by submission on points, minus 105. Jose by KO on points, plus 115. Give me Asu money line at a minus 120. I'll take Asu by submission on points, minus 105. Over 2.5, minus 190. This fight goes the distance at a minus 158. And give me Asu by points at a plus 160. Let's go, my guy Almabayev for the dub. Let's go. Now we got Shara Bullet. Aura. Shara Magomedov minus 700. Marc-André Barriault plus 470. We know Shara. He suffered his first pro MMA loss in his career to Michael Van Page. No shame. This guy has one eye, guys. How many guys in the UFC do you know fight with one eye? I think there's only one. No pun intended. Very well put together striker. Shara is a super flashy striker. Very unique in everything he throws. Decent takedown defense. Shara is very durable. Against MVP, Shara couldn't find his path to victory. But I think he needed that loss in order to get where he is today and win this fight. Matched up against Marc-André Barriault. Marc is being fed to the wolves after breaking a 3-fight losing skid. Marc just broke a 3-fight losing skid, beating Bruno Silva in brutal fashion. And he's being fed to the wolves and used as a stepping stone. Marc is 6-8 in the UFC. I like Shara by KO on points. Let's go over the props. Shara by KO minus 135. Shara by KO on points minus 500. But it turns a minus 700 into a minus 500. But be careful. Over 2.5 plus 126. Under 2.5 minus 160. Guys, I had the over 1.5. And guys, it changed to an over 2.5. If you have the over 1.5, be careful. Or the under, be careful. But I will say there's an opportunity in the over under 1.5 here. Because we know all of Shara Bullet's fights in the UFC have went over 1.5. But Marc-André Barriault's a little bit chinny and he might get chinned in the first round. So, give me Shara by KO minus 135. I'll take Shara by KO on points minus 500. I'll take the under 2.5 at a minus 160. I'll take this fight doesn't go the distance. And give me Shara by KO or submission minus 165. Let's go, my guy Shara Bullet for the dub. Let's go. 2105. You guys remember when Petr Yan was on the scale? And not recently, but he went, ah! Bro, I remember every time I look at Petr Yan flex on the scale, bro, it reminds me of that. Minus 400 for Petr Yan. Marcus McGee plus 290. Can't wait for this one. Banger co-main event. Petr Yan is 18-5 overall. He is 10-4 in the UFC. His only losses in the UFC are Aljamain Sterling twice, Sean O'Malley, and Merab Dvalishvili. And we know he got dominated against Merab. Petr Yan is on a 2-fight winning streak, beating Song Yadong and Davison Figueiredo, looking to make it 3 in a row with the win over Marcus McGee. Petr Yan does start slow, but seems like he's working on that issue. He has great wrestling, as seen on Song Yadong in the third round. This guy, Petr Yan, shot. Even in the second round at the end, Petr Yan was finding his takedowns on Song Yadong. He averages 2 takedowns per fight. Great Muay Thai guard. He absolutely wiped the floor with Figgy. Matched up against Marcus McGee. Surprisingly, Marcus McGee's the older fighter here, but he's not playing no games. He deserved this fight. Number 3 ranked Petr Yan faces off with number 13 ranked Marcus McGee. Marcus is on a 6-fight win streak, 4-0 in the UFC, 1-1 in LFA. Marcus has great wins over JP Baez, Gaston Bolanos, and Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez chewed up his legs. I know a lot of people are going to talk about this, but Jonathan Martinez and Petr Yan are 2 completely different fighters. Marcus McGee can still have success. I believe he trains at MMA Lab. O'Malley beat Petr Yan, so there's a path. You know, if O'Malley can if he gave Marcus McGee some insight, you know, Marcus McGee does have a chance here, and we know Petr Yan does start slow. He has great takedown defense, Marcus McGee, and Marcus McGee has excellent fight IQ. I will say I'm going to be picking Yan, my 6 best bets lock of the week, but we know that Marcus McGee is very well-rounded, and he can definitely have a chance in this fight. I like the plus 3.5 if it's good money for Marcus McGee. Let's go over the props. Petr Yan by KO plus 440. Petr by points minus 145. This fight goes the distance, yes, at a minus 270. Over 2.5 minus 330. I like it. Petr by KO on points minus 280. Petr by submission on points minus 200. McGee by points plus 500, guys. Anything is possible. We saw Roman Kopylov lose to Paulo Costa. Daniel Zellhuber lose. If you want, take Marcus McGee by points, plus 500. I think this fight's going to go the distance. It might even go to split. It might get dicey. It might get ugly. And Marcus McGee by points at a plus 500. There's value. There's value. But in this case, guys, I'm taking Petr Yan. Give me Petr Yan moneyline minus 400. I'm going to take Petr Yan by points minus 145. I'll take Petr by KO plus 440. Hail Mary. I'll take that this fight goes the distance minus 270. Over 2.5 minus 330. And Petr Yan by KO or on points minus 280. Let's go, my guy Petr Yan for the dub. Let's go. 24:57. Main event, boys and girls. Main event. Let's go. Reinier de Ridder is back against RDR. Reinier de Ridder is back against Whittaker. This guy confused me, guys. All right, let's go. Skip this. Let's go. Reinier de Ridder versus Robert Whittaker. This is going to be a very good fight. Robert Whittaker minus 158. Reinier de Ridder plus 128. Both of these guys are ready for this fight tomorrow. Main events of the evening. Here we go. Robert is going to try to get his win. Excuse me, guys. Robert is going to try to get back into the win column. This is a great test for RDR. Whittaker has had a phenomenal career fighting the who's who ever since he's been in the UFC. Former champion, middleweight champion of the world, UFC middleweight champion Whittaker is 34 years old, 17-6 overall in the UFC, 3-2 out of his last 5, only losing to Dricus and most recently Hamza Chimaev. And we know both of those guys are fighting for gold next month. He got finished in both of those fights, no shame. If Whittaker loses, more than likely it's inside the distance in my honest opinion. Whittaker has been in the top 5 at middleweight for a long time. This is number 5 ranked middleweight against number 12 ranked RDR. Whittaker doesn't have heavy power or finish ability, but he has gotten finishes before. He finished Ikram Aliskerov, Derek Brunson, and the who's who. I can't remember if he finished Jacare Souza, but I believe so. Whittaker can definitely have a path to success here, defending takedowns attempts, surviving the storm. This is an absolute hard matchup for Whittaker, but he does have a path to victory, especially with the oblique kicks and the bouncy, light on his toe footwork style that he has. Matched up against former 2-Division 1 FC champion, Reinier de Ridder. Reinier de Ridder is on a 4-fight win streak beating Magomed Murad. He went to war with Gerald Meerschaert and subbed him, Kevin Holland in the first round, and most recently, a very good win, Bo Nickel. Reinier is 6'4", a bit of a weight bully. His submissions are his bread and butter, 14 wins by sub, 4 wins by KO, and only 2 wins by decision. RDR got knocked out by the same guy in both of his losses. He got exhausted in those fights. I think the longer this fight goes, the more and more it favors Whittaker. He bullied Bo Nickel, but you're going to have to push the pace for Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker's kind of chinny. He got dropped by Darren Till. Yoel Romero had him on skates. Izzy dropped him at the first fight that they had at the end of the first round, and he knocked him out in the second round, and he dropped him in their second fight at the end of the first round. Then Dricus dropped Whittaker. Costa had Whittaker on skates. I just don't know if RDR is going to be able to implement that type of power because we know RDR striking is not that good. I will say Father Time does get to us all. I'm going to have to go with my boy RDR. Low confidence, but the pick is going to be RDR. I like RDR ITD inside the distance, but let's go over the props. Whittaker by KO plus 170. Whittaker by points plus 320. RDR by sub plus 310. RDR by KO plus 600. Will this fight go the distance? Yes at a plus 210. No, minus 280. Over 2.5, minus 124. I love the over 2.5. Whittaker by KO on points, minus 150. RDR by KO or sub plus 170. Whittaker by KO rounds 3, 4, and 5, plus 550. Who knows? You know, both of RDR's losses are by KO inside the distance. What if he gets tired? What if Whittaker's putting the pace? What if he hits him with a good 1-2 head kick? RDR by sub rounds 1, 2, or 3, plus 440. RDR by sub round 3, 4, 5, plus 900. RDR by KO rounds 3, 4, and 5, plus 1,600. The odds are crazy for this fight, guys. I'm going to go RDR moneyline. RDR moneyline at a plus 120, plus 128. Give me RDR by submission rounds 3, 4, and 5, plus 900. I'll take the over 2.5, minus 124. Give me RDR by KO or submission. RDR by KO or sub plus 170. I'll take that this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 280. And give me RDR by submission plus 310. Let's go, my guy, RDR for the dub. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you guys got. And let me know your locks and your parlays, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to update you guys with the community tab. I'm going to update you guys with my bets. Some of the bets that I like. Wake up early, guys. Because before you know it, the fights are starting and it's already main event time, baby. So let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be back with a prediction video on Sunday. I'll see you guys in the next one. The best is blessed. God bless. Peace. Hey, peace. Have a great weekend, guys. God bless. See you in the next one. Peace.